turns off an air conditioning in Southern California? It's 78 degrees in my house. What an idiot. Okay, look, this is an important time to discuss this because I'm not going to get another time. Like, in terms of, like, cursing, okay, like, being mad and stuff, have you ever noticed that, like, most curse words have an or an eh? You know what I mean? Like, fuck, dick, slut, bitch, butt shit. Has the you're like, that's right, butt shit, right? So now this means that I can curse by proxy. Like, what a rustic brush stick thrust brick. What a trust fin. It's suddenly I don't even have to resort to anything particularly vulgar. What a trust stick. I can't believe it. Although I do like butt shit. But still, like, what kind of brush trick turns off the AC in Southern California? Ugh. What a lust lick. So, anyways, my story of Major League Gaming. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm tall. I'm 6'3". Maybe 6'4". I don't know. Have you ever noticed how short people always know all the dimensions about them? Like, I am 5'3" and 3/4, maybe 5/8 if I've had a lot of water recently. I'm like, what? You know, like, I don't know that. I'm like, I'm 6 a lot, alright? I'm big. But if you're short, like, I don't know if, do people do that in Europe, like in the UK system? Like, oh, I'm 125.334 centimeters. I don't know, but it's kind of, I don't care. I know I hit my head on a lot of door frames, and I don't like that. And in particular, as it relates back to this story, I don't fit on airplanes. Like, at all. Like, I can't lean back because, like, my knees actually get caught on the chair in front of me and they fall asleep. So, and I can't lean forward down onto, like, the tray table because, like, I'm too tall for that as well. So what I have to do is the seat in front of me, I think I told you about this when I went to Korea, the seat in front of me, I have to lean my face against it like this and sleep. And my arms are dangling like this, so I'm sleeping. Like, I look kind of like an overlord, right? I'm like sleeping like that. And the worst part is, you know, the screens where they have the in-flight movies, it's right there. My face is on that. So anytime I nudge it, like with my giant, huge nose, it just turns on. A giant sheet of light turns on like less than a millimeter from my face. And I have done this for so many flights that I, as an involuntary muscle reaction, can just turn it off. So I'm just sitting there like, and it turns on, turn that sucker off again, bam, turn that off. Except on my flight for Korea where I woke up 43 minutes into the movie Bolt. I don't know how it started, but my God, what a heartwarming finish. So I'm on the airplane to MLG in Columbus, and it's like, it's terrible, and I get home, and I go to sleep, and I wake up energized, ready to conquer, and I go in there, and the first people I meet are the superstar Korean players who are there. And I actually am nervous. I don't know if you know this, but, like, I've physically been next to Slayer's boxer, like 6 or 7 times in my life, and never said hi. It's like too scary. I don't know how to say hi to meet Slayer's boxer. So I'm like dancing around these, like trying to steer around them like it's a battle in Final Fantasy 1 when you don't have a tent and you're just trying to get out. That's a hell of a reference, isn't it? But you nerds will know what I'm talking about. And I meet all of them. I met MC a little bit. He was just like, oh, he had those super focused eyes with his giant round glasses. He was very, yeah. And then the Team Dignitas people showed up. Select, Sho, and Naniwa, who I know. So they were training and practicing, and here's the best troll ever, right? You guys gotta do this. This is the greatest thing. So whenever someone's playing, they have the little mouse and keyboard, and they're doing all their stuff. They do their stuff on the left side of the keyboard, and they have their mouse hand on the right side. So if you can just reach and you can like push the arrow keys, you can move that screen around while they're playing. So when they split their workers, like a heat-seeded missile, bam, just like hit the up key, and Joe just like screen goes up and like sends all his workers behind the minerals. He's like, "What is this?" And he's like all upset about it. So I totally did that to like Select and Naniwa, and like they're like kind of laughing, but they're like, "Hey, excuse me, I'm trying to like warm for MLG." It was even better for Naniwa because he's left-handed, so he has a mouse on the left side. And I'm just like fiddling with his stuff. So Show actually turned down his keyboard scroll to 0. So when I reached over and was like tried to touch him, I didn't do anything. He looks at me and he's like, "Earned." But because he's Swedish, he doesn't say owned. He says like earned, like O with 2 dots above it. It's like a ligature. Earned, or I guess perned, P with 2 dots above it. Pernage. And he thought he's like all smug and shit. Yeah, I pressed the page up, page down. Yeah, I was like pressing insert and delete, screens like rotating. I was like, try playing straight up. And he actually played up straight up quite well, right? So I had a lot of fun with that on the Friday morning, like very early. In fact, so much fun that I think I told you, I said this on stream, that I went over to OGS MC, and his game starts, and the screen loads, he's about to split his probes, and hit the up key, and he does this. He's in the game, and he just goes, gives me the death stare, with his super focus eyes and his round glasses, just, and I'm just like my heart sank. I was like, oh my god. It's like one of those moments that you're just gonna regret for your whole life that just stings so hard. Like that cute girl Monica, who you've always been into, and you go up to her and you're like, "Hi, I'm Monica." No! It's like that moment that you'll never live down, when OGS MC decided, yeah, that caster's a loser. Happened to me. It's like how I'm starting the weekend. So we do this whole day of casting, right? Everything's great. I'm actually going to skip over a dramatic moment that happened there. We're going to come back to that because it really heats up in the evening times, right? So I wanted to say that my greatest regret about the whole weekend is the fact that I had no time to see anyone. I didn't do any dinners or any meals with any of the players or anyone I worked with. I didn't get to see that many people who came out, so it was kind of like, meh. The only time I got to see anyone was when the day ended on Friday. It was like 2:30 in the morning. And guess what someone gave me? A sweater for Manfred. They sold a sweater for Manfred, and some of you are wondering, who is Manfred? Let me show you. This is Manfred. This is my boy. He's so cute. I love Manfred so much. He's so cute. But the problem is, look at the size of these paw holes. Manfred's paws are gigantic. Manfred has fat paws. Like, if you're doing stock trading, don't let Manfred do it. He'll mess the numbers up. He'll give you like 4 more zeros than you want. I don't like that. So I figured out a way to work with it, though, because it obviously is not going to fit on Manfred's body. Like, he could wear it as like a cape. He could have like steam coming out of this. But let me show you the fix that I did. I know you guys all want to do Funday Monday, but this is just the greatest thing ever. Alright, you're just going to bear it with me. If the show has to go long, it'll go long. It's the way it'll be. I have to do this MLG trip justice. Alright, hold on. We're almost there. Come on, Manfred. You can do it. Alright. And, yeah! Yes! Oh my god! Manfred, are you gonna bomb an American embassy? What's with the face mask, man? What are you doing? Oh my god, Manfred. You're so cute. What do you think about that, Manfred? You cute little rabbit. Your whole face is eaten up. You poor thing. Alright, we can pull back his eyes a little bit. Alright, here we go. Now he's like Arctic Rescue Manfred. Now he's like trapped American citizens in Siberia. Got to like paratroop in there, and he's got his little hat. Yeah, Manfred, you're cool, man. Cool bunny, man. So set him back. Let me actually just take this off because I'm worried he'll suffocate to death. I actually have genuine concern about this stuffed animal. There we go. Let me take that face mask off, you poor thing. Little ski mask, you little terrorist rabbit, you. So fast forward to that night, alright? I was unable to sleep that night because throughout the day I had an allergic reaction to my shirt. That's right. I went to MLG with fresh new purchased shirts. They still had even like the pins in them, and I was like, I'm going to look so good on stream. So I put this new shirt in, but apparently the starch where I purchased it from was like violently reacting with my whole body. It was really, 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 really not liking my skin. So you know what happens? Well, I start to get itches, right? It starts to get the itchies, right? The starch is starting to get on my skin, And I just want you to picture here, if I'm having an allergic reaction to the starch on a shirt and I'm tucking my shirt in, I'm tucking it in, I'm tucking my shirt in, there's a bunch piece of fabric where I tucked it in. Where do you think started to really itch first, huh? Where do you think was itching like crazy when I'm casting up there with wheat? Where do you think's really starting to get a little... Okay, well, it wasn't there. You're thinking a little bit too low. My belly button, all right? That's what started to get the most severe itch. It was so, like, in between the casts, I'm like, oh, like, while we're casting, like, when Marcus and I, like, we're on the game, the camera's not on us, I was just, oh, God, like, my belly button itched so much, and when I scratched, it felt so good, it was, like, such a relief, like, oh, so then it was, like, this epicenter, this, like, giant allergic volcano protruding forth from my poor little belly button. So when I went to my hotel that night, I was actually just, like, breaking out in these like terrible bumpy hives, and I was just like scratching, and my roommates were just like, what's wrong with you? And I was like turning to David, I was rooming with, I was like, David, do you have fleas? Did you bring some fleas over? And he's like, Sean, I don't have fleas because this is the year 2011 where people take showers. I'm like, you must have fleas. Couldn't possibly be anything but that. So it turns out, yeah, it was allergies to the starch. I had to take like a bunch of Benadryl. So I go into Friday, I don't have any sleep. Or going into Saturday, I have no sleep at all. That's why my voice was starting to go out at MLGs, because I was just completely exhausted and had no chance to rest. So it was terrible. And in between one of the bits that we were doing where we're casting, they wanted me to do an interview with Julie on, I think it was either like the main stream or one of the other streams. So I don't know if you guys actually saw that, but, you know, it was just her, and she was interviewing me about, you know, like, being a caster and stuff. But I'm like, I'm a little tired. I was feeling good because I had some coffee, feel pretty good, but I was still tired. And she's asking me about, like, what advice would you give to someone who wants to get into it? And I was like, oh my gosh, you should look to JP McDaniel as an example, because he came to the StarCraft community cold, had no Brood War experience, no Warcraft 3 experience, just showed up and just began contributing so much to the community that now he's one of the big figureheads of it. So people need to be more like that. And so she goes, yeah, I mean, you know, it's really great, people like JP, and especially you, it's really great that you've been able to take what you love doing and turn it into a career. You know, dreams really can come true if you put your mind to it. And when she said that, what I meant to respond with was something like, yeah, man, JP really goes to show that. And instead, I just go, I know. Like a total asshole. I don't know what happened to me. Dreams can come true, Sean. You show that. I know, Julie. So like up there, I'm being a total, you know, thrust brick up on there, and it's just this point where I just like all of a sudden just have to giggle uncontrollably, and I'm just like. So he like managed to barely wrap up the interview. I apologize profusely while scratching. And then we proceeded to cast for the remainder of the day. So that was great. So that ended up going very, very well. Until about, like, 8. And my voice was just gone, and I was exhausted. So I asked, is there any chance I could go back to my hotel, please, and just sleep? And they were like, oh, of course, definitely go for it. And I said, is there any, like, back exit so I can just kind of exit quietly and go straight to the hotel? Because I know people are going to want to say hi. And I want to say hi to them, but I'm just overtired. I need to sleep. And they're like, look, there isn't, but we'll arrange a way for you to get to the room. So I'm like, what does that mean? Are you going to launch me in a missile, like, over the convention center? So they arrange a security personnel escort of 4 people for just me. That is the coolest I have ever felt in my life. I literally have, like, 2, like, ripped guys leading, or, like, 2 behind, and even, like, Alyssa, the manager of, like, all the players out there was, like, with me. And I was, like, being walked, and I kept, like, looking. They're like, don't look away. Look straight down. Don't talk to anybody. You know, like if I make eye contact, the floor is going to turn into lava. We're all going to die, right? It was really bad because I like came around the corner and like Idra was there, and I hadn't even gotten the chance to like say hi to him the whole event. So I was like, "Oh, hey, Greg," and they're like, "Don't talk to anyone." They like grab me and they pull me away. I'm like, like people are like, "Day 9, day 9." They're like, "Mr. 9 needs to go sleep. Mr. 9 needs to sleep." They're like putting their hand on kids' faces and just like shoving it out of the way, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this is so terrible." But I'm so sleepy and I'm getting a power trip. So they take me all the way back there, and I'm so happy. I'm delighted to be there. But then a tragedy occurs, right? A really tragic thing occurs. I have a friend who lives in Canada, so I don't get to see her, like, ever. So she's been at this event, and she's been trying to be like, hey, can we, you know, like, is there any chance to, like, get a meal? And I'm like, no, right? Not at all. So she was like, are you done for the night? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to my hotel, but I'm going to, like, pass out. She's like, can you hang? I'm like, no, but maybe if you and everyone wanted to, like, come by and say hi, that might work, but I guarantee you I'm going to be asleep, like, really soon. She's like, all right, that's fine, you know. So she comes over, and I fall asleep immediately. Like, I was planning to be awake for, like, 20 minutes, at least, like, dignify her visit over. I passed out like, mid-sentence, apparently. Like, I was talking, and then all of a sudden I stopped talking because I was unconscious. Because I hadn't slept in 36 hours, and the awake part was filled with either scratching or trying to focus on games of StarCraft and talk. So, apparently, she passed out as well. She had to drive like 9 hours to get there. So, this is where my memory completely disappears because I'm unconscious, and I get filled in by my roommates, right? So what happens at like 12 or 1, my roommate comes in and sees me asleep. And there's a girl there. So what happens? He's just like, oh my god, am I interrupting something? And okay, so when you're casting and you've been up for like ever, like, and you're overtired, like I hadn't slept in a long time, but I'm drinking a ton of caffeine, I'm just delirious. Like, my body doesn't know what to do. It's being given chemicals to stay awake, and every bone in my body wants to go to sleep. It's a lot like someone just breaking in and holding a gun to your head and being like, go to sleep! Go to sleep! It like doesn't make any sense. So when he asked me, he's like, oh my god, do I need to go? What I said was, remind me to tell you a story about a kitten. That was my solution while sleeping. I don't tell a lot of stories about kittens, so I'm not sure what I was necessarily going for. I do remember that when I used to go to LAN parties in high school, my friend Bean, he had kittens. That is the extent to which I knew what I was talking about. So they like go back down to the bar because they're like trying to let me get my game on. I'm just like unconscious and drooling into my eyelids. And then, of course, when the next morning rolls around, it's like 8 a.m., I'm like the only person in all of MLG that's had like an extra night's sleep. So I'm like energetic, I'm like feeling great. And they're like, what happened, Sean? Did anything happen? And then I realized what they were referring to. I realized how weird that must have looked. So when they were like, did anything happen? I was like, yes, that certainly sounds like me. Of course that's what went on. Yes, I'd been awake for 36 hours scratching at MLG and said, guys, I gotta go to sleep. And called up my ladies and was like, it's time to party it up. So that was awesome. So I came into the following day feeling extraordinarily rested. I like, because I went to bed at 9:30 and slept till almost 8:30. Apparently it was delirious sleep. I was talking about kittens and shit, but so I get up and everything's great, and then the match that I know all of you were most excited about happens, right? I was casting it. It was me casting with DJ Wheat the game of Idra versus MMA. That is right. For any of you who were unfamiliar with what went down, allow me to sum it up. There's a game between Idra, the champion of everywhere except for South Korea, right? He is so good. And he's been demolishing his competition, including OGSMC. He's going into the winner's bracket semifinals against a Korean. And due to stereotypes, people will just go, he is a Korean, he must be way better than white people. However, in this case, MMA totally deserves it. MMA is a complete baller. And they're playing, and I was like really excited, and MMA accidentally kills his own expansion in the game. He accidentally selects his units and says, units, kill us. Kill us! And his units are like, yes, sir! And they kill his command center. And then MMA goes on tilt, so he boxes everything, attacks it at Idra. Idra crushes this attack. And then leaves the game. Idra smashes the attack and then just slash Ps. He just gets out. He just thinks somehow he lost, and then he leaves the game. Marks and I don't even know what to do. I have the video loaded up. I have the video loaded up. MLG actually, oops, not that one. MLG actually gave me permission to show this video because I was like so excited about it. All right, so here's the moment. All right, I don't have the sound on. All right, so here, like if you follow my mouse here on the mini map, this is where Command Center just got killed off. Right, so here's like a little drop. There's a whole bunch of units there that could kill off that drop. Idra goes for this. Here's the push. All right, so then, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, there's no more Marines left. Oh man, poor MMA kills his own command center, and then he loses the whole push. And there's the GG from Idra. And then he leaves the game, and everyone's blown away, right? So I'm just going to let this clip play out for a little bit. Here's the crowd looking shocked. There's me and Marcus. Oh my god. Let me actually back up. Let me just show you a moment-by-moment breakdown of why this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to you. Let me just show you. Look at MMA. Look right here. Don't take your eyes anywhere else. I'll narrate what else is going on. Don't look anywhere else but right here, all right? Don't look anywhere else but at MMA's face, all right? So there's the attack getting crushed. There's MMA. Keep looking at him. Keep looking at him. There's the GG, and then Idra leaves. Huh? Oh my god! Look at his face. Look at it one more time. Look at it. Look at him lean in. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. There he goes. And there's GG. And what? Oh my god! And then in this very next frame, there's like 1,000,001 stories. All right. Look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. He's standing up. He's standing up to clap. No, better sit back down, right? Okay, wait. No, come back. There's more stories. Look at this guy. Look at this guy at the bottom. He's going to clap, but he doesn't know what to do. So he does the what the hell hands. Look at he's going to clap. What? All right, did you see that? Did you see that? Look at the girl next to him. She's clenching her fists, and she does it at the exact same time as he does. All right, get ready. What? Wait, no. We're not done. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. Look at this person. He's filming. He wants to clap, but he doesn't quite know what to do. Okay, all right, okay. Like we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Look at the gaping mouth here. All right, look at the hands on the head. We have some gaping mouths, like all in this general area. Look at these two concerned people. They don't even know what to do. Wait, hold on. Here we're not done yet. They're just standing so still. And this is this point in time where the fact that I have the audio turned off is golden. All right, like you just this video deserves commentary in its own right. Okay, so okay, this is the screenshot that hit the world by storm. You're gonna see me just, I don't change anything except my lips. I'm not even saying anything. I'm literally just putting my hands over my mouth. I'm just so shocked. And then I say something, I still don't know what to say, so I just look at the screen and smile. But my favorite part of all, and I need some of you people with actual talents to... I went to the wrong screen, didn't I? I wonder how long I've been on the wrong screen. How long? I hope it hasn't been that long. I hope it hasn't been that long. Did I just troll you? Marky, save me. Save me, Marky. Wait, it's 7:30. Okay, it's good. It's only been for like a minute. Oh, thank God. All right, let's go to let's go back. Let's go back. All right, here, I'm going to show you. Okay, so here's the screenshot that overtook the world, right? So this is me. You're going to see me move nothing except my lips. Nothing except my lips. See, here we go. I'm not even saying anything. I'm just covering my mouth. I'm just blown away. And then I say, did Idra just leave the game that he had won? And then I still don't know what to say, so I just sort of look back at the camera like an idiot, right? But, like, this is the greatest part. What you people need to do is you need to make a GIF out of Marcus. You need to make a giant GIF out of this. This is going to be the greatest moment of your whole life. Marcus and I don't know what to say. You're actually here. I'll unmute it. You're going to listen to what we both say. I say what first, then we say it at the same time, right? Here it comes. What? Wait, one more time. That's actually really good. Wait, one more time. What? All right. So now I want you to look at Marcus. All right. So there's the crowd. They're blown away. They're shocked. Just look at Just watch him. Watch his hand. Okay. Wait. Watch his hand. Okay. He's gonna just play with his fingers a little bit, and then he's gonna. Oh. Marcus doesn't even say anything. He just looks up. I love the open hand and the look up. All right, here it comes. Are you ready? timed as well as he did. I have to see that like 1,000 more times. Okay, there's me looking like a dunce. Okay, and then here it comes. That's like, if that could just somehow make it into a GIF, I'd really like that. Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, if like let me just highlight, let me actually frame it. If you could just see where my mouse is making the square, if you could just box this area right here and make a GIF out of Marcus's eyebrow hands. What? Well, something's gonna get concluded, but it just peters out. Did you know? This is. Oh man, that's so funny. Oh man, in my house where the air conditioning still is not really functioning too well, that is really funny.